Guys, and welcome to my new series of Train Fever. I thought we'd have a bash at this on YouTube, see how it goes. I'll try and keep them to about half an hour. What we're going to do is we're going to start a new game, and ignore that. I'll keep it a slim nasty YouTube. I'm going to go for a medium-sized world, just to keep it reasonable. I'm going to go flat, easy, and 1850. And you can put pretty much whatever you like in here, so I'm going to go YouTube, see what it comes up with. Don't know what it's going to do, it'll just create a random thing, I expect. We shall see. It does take a little while to load it and create the world, but bear with it, it will get there. And it will generate hopefully a nice town. So we're going to start off in the 1850s and we're going to work our way through and see how far we get. So I'm going to cover sort of the basics first and then go from there and see what we can build up. I've been playing this game probably a few days now, and I'm having to say it's surprisingly better than what I thought it was going to be. I really am pleased with it, because I was I had it in my mind, I was comparing it with things like City in Motion 2 and stuff like that. And it's more like, style-wise, Sid Meier's Railroads, which is high praise because I love that game. And I love Cities in Motion 2, but this is sort of taking it to the next level, I think. It really is a nice little tidy game. And the maps, you can do huge maps. The medium is big. You know, full-size map is fantastic. It really is. It's good. They've got that just right, I think. So we're almost loaded, and we shall have a quick look at what we've got. Right, is it going to go? You just have to wait for a black screen just for a second while it goes. 3, 2, 1. Cue graphics. Well, that was a good time. Right, we're going to get rid of that. And look! Wow, that's a fluke. It's actually got a hedge end. Oh, that's brilliant. I live right next to that. I'd just like to point out the Whitby and all these others are nowhere near it. Now it gets laggy to start with, just while it's sort of loading up still in the background, I believe. But yeah, Bognor Regis there, been there. Stonehouse. Newark-on-Trent. I think we should start in Hedge End. Now, to start with, right, normal WASD to move around and mouse wheel in and out, and if you hold the middle mouse button you can turn around and things like that. But the level of detail in this is fantastic. Look at this. Now apparently each person's got their own home and stuff, and their own place of work, and they will commute around. You can't, if we pick a thing up, it will sort of tell you his home and stuff. You can view it, and you can say this is his place of work, for instance, and you can go and view it by clicking on. I think these should be little pictures of cameras, to be honest, but that's basically, you know, they're going to dawdle around here. Now you can also, there's not many people with cars at the moment, so they're going to stick to their own towns, so we need to provide them some transport. Now, to find out what are the best towns to sort of populate first, I'm gonna start in Hedge End no matter what anyway. But if you bring up this window down here, you can have a look down. Now Hedge End's about midway. They're all between 170 and 240, so it's not too bad. 214, we can live with that. And the one window I tend to keep open is this vehicles one, which will be apparent soon. So we'll get started. So the first thing we need to do, we've got a £3 million loan. The one thing I will say about this, guys, it's a bit strange in that I don't know if it's regionalised because it's picking up UK names, but it's got American dollars. I'm assuming they're American dollars, and if I can find a shop somewhere, let me have a fly around a minute. Ba-da-ba-ba. That one, here's one over here, look. And then you seem to have, I don't know what that is, German, I don't know. But it's like a combination of three cultures, or three sort of countries, if you like, which is a bit strange. I don't know if that's intentional or what, but it is strange. So let's have a look around. This is going to be a tricky one because it's quite a way out. Ah, Louth. I've got a friend that lives in Louth. Let's make a train line out to there in a bit. But to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to build a coach network, but we're going to want to know where we're going to. So if we say we're going to go to Louth, we're going to go to Louth. So we're going to come out here. So it's going to be quite costly, but we're going to go with that. So I'm going to build a train station here. So I'm going to put the train station down first. Purely so that I can plan off of it, basically. So that's that down, and now I'm going to come to the bus station. So I'm going to put a proper bus station here so we can pick up more passengers here. You don't have to. And then we're going to plan a route around the town. What I tend to do first is I'll come off like this and I'll build some extra roads, if you like, and I know it costs a bit of money, but it will help with development later on. You don't have to do this, but it will make my route easier, so that it come down here, around there, around that way, cross there, and round and back around that way. I think that's good. We could even come this way, to be honest, and round, but we won't. Right, let's put our bus stops down. So I'm going to come around this way. We're going to say it's going this way. Bang. And these don't have to be in any particular place, but just so that reasonable places so they can pick up a good clump of people. Let's put one there. One over here. And then we've marked the industrial zone as well. Get that as close to the edge as possible. One there. One there and one there. Right, so there's your bus stations laid out, or your bus stops, sorry. We haven't obviously got a route, so we're going to create a route first. Now what I tend to do is you'll open up lots of windows. So this is the lines one, and we're going to manage a route. So we're going to start from there. It's going to go across here, down to there, down to there. And you can see the route it's going to take as we knock these. I'll click on each one of these. And it will go around there, and then it will end up back there. And what I tend to call these are ring roads. Like that. So I always know what it is. And we'll keep this down here. I'm going to keep these open for the moment, so I can close that one, because we've got our ring road there. Now we need vehicles. Now at the moment, we've not got any place to bring them, so we need to put a depot in, which is this one here. So basically, you got rail and road tools, landscape and demolish, and then your routes, basically your lines. You will find it's a little bit tricky sometimes to place stuff because it will come up and clash like that, and it's a collision, and you just have to basically keep going around until you find a decent place to put it. I kind of want it over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock a building down. Now you don't have to, it depends where you put it. Not enough space, should go there. Okay, we're not one down the other side as well, I don't mind. It should go there. We'll take that one out. It'll be fine. There we go, right. So we're going to squeeze that on the end. Right. So now we've got a train station, we've got a depot, which I tend to keep these just the same. We've got a road depot, and we've got bus stations and stuff. So we need to buy some vehicles. So to start with, you're only going to have stagecoaches. So I'm going to buy 2 of these, and you do get a bit cluttered at times. I'm going to close the road depot down. Now at the moment they're sat in the road depot doing nothing. I'm going to close that down, and I'm going to set one going straight away. So I'm going to say Hedge End Ring Road set line, and he's going to come out and he's going to start going. Now I've done that first, and then I'm going to basically name it. I just wanted to get him going around the route, so he's going to get there. Now at the moment, if you look at this lines one now, or basically up here, we've got road vehicle number 1, and I'm going to call that stage 1A. So that's changed up here, look, on the left. And there's the ring road. It's got one vehicle, stagecoach, and it takes 15 minutes to get around. Now basically you've got some, on the manage lines button, you've got a few things here. You can send all the vehicles back to the depot if you wanted to. You can send them all back to the depot and sell them on arrival. Or you can actually delete the line. So you can have multiple lines coming out of the depot basically, and you can set the lines as well. If I bring this line up, you can't, sorry, I'm thinking of the train lines. You can set the lines on the train lines, the depots even. There you go. So I can set that to Hedge End Ring Road. There you go. And it's set to that one. And it's just, it'll automatically send them out then. Which I didn't want to do, but he's done it anyway. Never mind. Right. We're gonna rename this one as well. So Hedge End stage. You can either call them 1B or you can call them 2A, 1A and 2A, and then when you get in the next lot it'd be B, for instance. I'm going to call it 1A and 1B. So I know they're the first ones that I've bought in that depot. Right, so it's down to 7 minutes now, which I think is fairly acceptable for the moment. Move that down out of the way. And they're off going around. Now I did send that one out too early. So I'm going to quickly go like that, and I'm going to say go to depot. I'm going to send them back to the depot. You go out here, turn around, and you go to the depot. So it's at 15 minutes, because what I want to do is get that one halfway. I believe you'll have to go out and around. Let's we'll speed it up a bit. You should get around there, around and back. We'll bring him back out in a minute, because I want to send them out at appropriate time so that they're about, the first one is about halfway around, which wants to be about there, I reckon. So I'm going to keep it on fast at the moment. I'm not going to worry about money at the moment, because we'll make money later on, and we'll see how we go. So what I'd like to get done in this first video is literally just a bus line and a train line. So we're going to say go now. There we go. That's still 7 minutes. That's fine. And we're going to slow it down now. Right. So there we have our first bus line. I'm going to close that and get rid of that. And we're going to start working our way out to Louth now with a train line. Now you can, having said that, which might be better, just have a quick look. Actually, should we go to Rothbury? Let's just have a look at this and see which one's got the bigger population. Hedge End's doing alright. It's actually third now, which is good. Louth is there. Oh, Rothbury's terrible. We want to get a Louth. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our railway. Now this, I think, has some fantastic track laying tools. It really does it very simple, and it just works so nicely. For instance, when we go like that, you can just drag this one out next to it, and it will do it. And it's put all the... You do get a few problems from time to time with doing things, but overall, it's not too bad. Now, what you'll see there is it's creating like upward things. So if it does that, keep them short, and just have a play around, and you'll find it won't be too bad. And then when you follow it down the next time, that 19 grand as opposed to like 50 odd, which makes it a lot easier. I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to try and avoid those fields if we can. Now, I'm putting two lines down for a reason, and I think we'll try and come across here if we can. So we'll start bringing this around. Oh, hang on, did that wrong. And yeah, I think we'll go across here. We'll lose that field. I think. Or should we go that way? Let's go that way. Now, I tend to, people that's watched me on the live stream last week with this, they were going, oh, but you're making all your lines squiggly. And I said, yeah, but when they used to build railways in the 1800s, they used to follow the contours of the land a bit. And you can bring that up on the map, which is good. Now, I'm going to leave that line for a minute because, ooh, look, it's actually going to do it, which is really nice. We're going to bring this around here because what I like to do with these things, if I can, if it will let me, and it might not, we might have to have a bit of a play here until we can get it. There we go. It's like that, so that you only have one track going over a bridge, because I think that's how they would do it. And Lauf, just make sure we're going the right way still. It's over there. So that would come out there. And I think we'll take this off this side, I think. Should we do it that side? I think so. Ooh, no, like that. So that it goes the other way. I think that will be nice like that. Like that. And we're going to lose this field, which is fine. Not really bothered about that. And we have gone up a bit, but doesn't matter. We've got the money to cope with at the moment. Just about, hopefully. Now, to be honest, you could. We're going to put a thingy in here. I didn't realise there was a bridge there. That's going to be annoying. Right, where's the next town? Clay Cross, which will carry on. So ideally, we want to bring it across anyway, and then over where these fields are. But it's a pain in the arse, so we'll bring it this side. So I'm just trying to work out where we're going to put the station. So we'll bring it this side. And bring it like that. And hopefully, if we run out of money, we'll borrow some more. We should be okay though. And where's our train line? Right there. Oh, now you see that was providing a massive incline. Now you're going to wonder why I'm doing. I really don't want that like that. Let's scrap that a minute and come back the eye. Wow, why is it doing that? Okay, well we're going to have to do that way. Ground is terrible here by the looks of it. But okay, we can do it that way. Costs us a bit more money, but it's fine. Right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to bring this side out like this. And we're going to put some lights in, like that. And then I'm going to click this one. I'm going to make that one way. And there is a reason for it, because I'm going to go fly all the way back here, and then I'm going to do the same at this end. And we're going to go on there, and one there, and I'm going to make this one way. Now, basically, we're going to have a problem when we get to this bridge. Well, that's okay, because we're going to add in some more signs. And we're going to have another one here, And I'm going to put another one there. And I'm going to put one there. And one there. And basically, we're going to put that one as one way. I'm going to put this one as one way. And the other ones, if we scroll back out, you'll see are both ways, basically. So it can go either way. Now that's quite a long way to go for a train without any other signals. So we're going to throw in a few extra ones, but they're not going to be one way because they don't matter. So just space them out a little bit. And the reason being is if they've got more than one train going down the line, for instance, if you've got two trains going this way, as long as they're past the signal, the other train can set off. If you haven't got any signals all the way down, what will happen is the train will leave, and then the second one will come in and will be waiting to leave, and it won't go until that complete track is free, which is why you place lots of lines so that you can keep the trains moving. So anyway, we've got that running, so we're going to set up a new line again. So we're going to go from there, from Hedge End to Louth. There we go. I'm going to scroll in this side, and what you'll see is it will come off this side and go down there. And it'll go all the way down. When it gets to the bridge, it will go over the bridge, and the signals will stop a train if there's one already coming through, either way. And it will go down, and then it will come back the other way. So there you go, we've got that. So there's our new line. So this is going to be called Hedge End to Louth. There we go. Done. Bang. So we need a train now. We need to be able to get the train from somewhere. So I think what we're going to do is we'll make a little depot down this way, just as a temporary thing. So this will come off this way, and I'm kind of going to want to know where we're going, which is over there. So that's fine, and then we're going to bring off a spur off of here, like this, and straight down here with one of these on, train depot thing, so that we can buy a train. But we will need a way of getting the trains across and back, should I say. There's a bit of guesswork to try and get it. There seems to be like an area where you can go from in order to get it to work. I don't know where that is. There we go. No, I'm going to do it. It will let me do it in a minute. Come on, let me have it. Okay, well we'll sort that out in a minute. At least we can get a train going. Right. So we've got that. So let's get a train. We're going to buy a train. So out of our first trains, we've only got one train we can buy. So we're going to buy one of those, which is going to go in here, and then we're going to buy 4 carriages. I think will do. And we're going to set the line to Hedge End to Louth straight away, so we can get it off. So I'm close the depot window, and then I'm going to rename it. To Louth. And away it goes. So there's our train, Hedge End to Louth. Now you can see up here, this is why I keep this up, so you can keep an eye on your vehicles as to how old they are, as to how long you're going to replace them, because they all have an age that they have to be replaced. So there she goes. Now one of the beautiful things of this, I think, is the fact you can follow the train, which this is why it reminds me of Sid Meier's Railroads. It's just that there. And if I close the lines window down, it will sit there, and it will carry on, and it will go on up to Louth, pick up any passengers, and come back. So what you need at the other end now is your bus lanes going around here, in order to pick up your passengers this end. So I'll do the same again. I'm going to bring this road round so that we can make a loop, and I'm going to bring that one across because that's already got a road there. And then if you use this tool, the plus one, you can upgrade roads usually. There we go. Not enough space, not sure what it means by that. I think it's because that should work. Not enough space, I'll put a little one in then, I don't mind. There we go. As long as it's got a route round for the horses, we don't care. There we go. It's got a route round. Right. So again, I'm going to bulldoze. And I'm going to put in a bus depot again. And a, what's his name? So same configuration as last time. And then we're going to put some bus stops down. And it can go around picking people up. So we'll just top these all the way around here. We'll put one there, I think. We'll put one over here, and that'll help develop this area. And one over here. I'll have to zoom in a little bit to have a see on there. There you go. I think people will walk out most part, but you could do a loop sort of thing. So again, I'm going to go down here, I'm going to create a new line, do it the same again. I always go around this way. You can go whichever way you like. You can make these more complex, but this seems to work. This just gives you an idea. As to what you need to do, really. So this again is the Louth Ring Road. Hope I'm saying these places right. We can close that one down now, and we can again buy a couple of these, get these going. Oop, did I close one of those down? I think I did. Doesn't matter, we can get rid of that and that, because we can bring them up here. And we'll set this one going. Louth Ring Road, go. No, Louth Stage. There we go. I wish this, when it highlights it, when you click on it, it just like highlights it, because you're going to change the name, it knows it. But it doesn't. So, there we go. Where's our train doing? There's our train here. It's on the right side of the track. It's coming into town. You can see also you got a little man there, which if you click on the station like that, it will tell you how many people are waiting for the train. So you got 3 people waiting there. Now you can also do this. You can group that with the bus depot so that it looks neater. I think you can do it with that. No, you can't. I'll tell a lie. Because otherwise you just end up with a lot of logos and stuff. If I click on it right, there we go, group that with that, there we go. So it's automatically linked in. Train's on his way. Nearly here. Bus is out. That one's out. We'll wait to set that one. And we'll set him going. But it's a tidy little game. I mean, the level of detail is fantastic. Yeah, here comes the train. It does do a there you go. That little ping here means these are making money. Means they're making a profit. It does do a Sid Meier's here with the trains because they magically turn around. It's a shame you don't have to sort of send them to a little turntable to turn them around. And that. Now, it will take a while to get money coming in, but when you start getting money in, you'll make an absolute packet with this little method. And you'll see this way now. He comes out, he knows from the previous sign that's all one way, and he's got to go that side because he can't pick a route. So it's already been set, so here, just switch over to this track and get out the other way. So if I had a second train now, which I can't afford, but later on when we get a second train coming down here, he'll come down the other side and they'll work in tandem. And then we'll get more coaches going around as well. So coach is almost halfway around, to speed it up a bit. Again, you've got somebody here waiting, 2 people waiting there, which is fine. So currently this ring road here, which is the Louth one, has got a 10-minute waiting thing. We're just about to change that because we're going to set that one going. So it's down to 5 now. So I think that's sort of acceptable times. It's about 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes for, say, a coach. Probably a little bit long at 7, but it will do. And then round about a 15-minute frequency for a train. If you can get them to that sort of time scales, I think they work really well. So there you go. There's a train line and a couple of coach lines going. It's got it going. Not making money yet. It will take it'll probably take a few videos to bring money in order to extend them, but we'll extend them out. I'll have a play with this. I might have to adjust this a little bit, but we'll get this bit working as well. Oh, there we go. That'll do. That worked then. Oh, what was that saying? We'll get this to work. It will work. Yeah. Collision. Is that higher than that then? It shouldn't be. I'll sort that out another day. Don't worry about that. Because we can just bring it in. We can put another siding over there, to be honest. Or bring it around. We can work that out. It's not a big issue. So we've got 3 people waiting to go that way. Where's the train? Here we go. Here's the train. And he's on his way back. So already that coach is starting to make money. That one won't take long. And hopefully the train won't take long. Fantastic little game this is. I am liking it a lot. Here it comes into town. See, that one's losing a little bit of money now, but that sort of plays around in a minute. It goes up and down. It will start making money as the train keeps going. So we're going to start losing money for a bit, and I will probably skip ahead and run this for a bit in order to make some money up, in order to make the videos fairly good for you guys. So there goes our train off again. So how many passengers has he got on? He's got 5 this time. So again, you can see how many they're taking. On average, they've got 3 passengers here. He's going out. I want to try and catch him over this bridge if I can. Let's see if we can get him over here. Because that will be a fantastic... I think on the inside will be good. Like this, here he comes. I'll try and grab a screenshot. We'll get rid of that. We're losing money at the moment. It will start making money when the train gets more passengers. Here he comes. Ah, look at this. That's brilliant. Here he comes over the bridge. It's good they've got to wait for the bridge because obviously it's one thing. And there's a screenshot. Shove that up on Facebook later. So guys, that's basically your first taste of Train Fever from me. As I say, I'll keep this running a little bit and make some money, make some profit, because otherwise we're going to struggle, because otherwise you'd just be watching me here sound fast forward trying to make money all the time, which I'm not going to put in a series, because you will do that for a bit, and then later on when you've connected a few towns together, because what I tend to do is, me personally, is I try to get a network going of trains and coaches, stage coaches to start with, for passengers only. So I ignore industry for a while, but you can then bring industry into it later on, which will make it challenging to bring that in later on, I think. But yeah, if you've liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, which I doubt, hit the dislike button. Feel free to place a comment below. As I say, I've only had the game a few days, and a bit of a taste of it for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please share the videos out, guys, because that way we can get more viewers, get more subscribers and things, and it helps support the channel. I do live broadcasts. I'm doing one tomorrow, Thursday, which is when this video will go up, actually, of Train Fever. So we're going to do a 6 to 8 hour live stream of this. So come along, have a chat on Twitch, which there'll be link in the description. Like me on Facebook, and follow me, more importantly, on Twitter, which is where I post everything. So guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye for now. Goodbye.